now. Pretty exciting World Cup season so far.
Oh, man. Yeah. Pretty exciting. Understatement of the day.
Yeah, we've had a couple. I mean, since we last talked about it, we've had a few races. Most recently, the Tweel and then Andorra. Jackson Goldstone has been on a wild run. Very impressive to see. He is on top of the world. But in Andorra, the Andorra, call it local, he's been living there for the last few years. Loic Bruni back on top.
You think Jackson Goldstone's paying taxes? He's probably got something in Andorra
too. No, I don't know. But Bruni coming back, he said, I couldn't let Jackson win again. I had to come back. And you know how strong Bruni is mentally, physically. He was always right there. But Jackson just had the edge those few races before, but he wouldn't let it happen again.
Yeah. I mean, that is the difference between Loic and most athletes. You know, there's very few. That's like what makes him the 1%er when it comes to an athlete, is like he's won world champs 4 times.
Many times.
4 times. He's won the overall. I don't know how many other times. I mean, the guy couldn't be more accomplished than he already is. And then this young guy comes in, which is the next wave, which is inevitable. It's going to happen. I mean, Jeremy McGrath had to face Ricky Carmichael. Ricky Carmichael had to face James Stewart. It's what's going to happen. But when an athlete doesn't step down from that crown, when it motivates them, which is what I'm seeing out of Loic.
Absolutely.
That is the difference between the 1% athlete and the rest of the athletes. Like, that is just, I mean, the physical, we know he's physically capable, but the mental strength that it takes to convince yourself that you can do that thing that no one else has been able to do the last 4 races, it's insane to me. And that's the biggest accomplishment on his part, is like how mentally strong he is. And that comes from his entire program.
Yeah.
From his mechanic to Laurent running the team to his fiance, the fact that he's got a baby coming, like all of those things just all culminate and give him that magic Molotov cocktail of emotion to be Loic Bruni.
Yeah. And it's so cool to watch too. And it's so exciting. It makes for a very exciting downhill season. I know a lot of people are getting into the sport because of all the drama that's happening, the way other media companies are able to chop up and share that info too. It's cool. The sport's in a spot where it's growing because of it. And I'm excited to see more.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think it's also, I don't think we've said it too much, but I think the general public has sort of like chopped the production off at the legs a little bit during the change from Red Bull to Warner Brothers. But I think the schedule and the new format with Q2 and the frequency of the events and the length of the broadcasts, I think we're getting there. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't hear many people talking about how much better it is, but man, it is night and day from what it was last year and even in the year before.
Yeah, and they are getting actually televised, mostly in Europe, but you can watch them on HBO here. Most people have, a lot of people like to complain, but honestly, most people have some form of subscription that they can watch it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's
how many people that complain about subscriptions pay for cable?
They do. And also Netflix too. Like, everyone has Netflix. Lost got his company. And then you see Amory Piron came back a week or less than
8 days
after he broke his collarbone. He was back and there was a bunch of jokes. He was on some sort of drugs while he was riding or something. I was like, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, there was probably something in there, but it ain't cheating if there's no testing. Like, if
I'm sure there's testing though, huh?
Well, yeah, but if it's not for that stuff, like if they had to do a lidocaine to numb out where the incision was or something like that, that's not, there's no rules against that. But a team like Mughoff Commensal, they have the ability to have, you know, a physician there on site to do the things that need to get done.
Yeah. And we had a bit of a shakeup. Juan Velez winning Q1.
Yeah.
Insane. It's so cool to see.
Hold on. We've seen some crazy South Americans pull off some gnarly things, but he didn't only win Q1. He also had the fastest time in training.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a fluke.
Right.
Even though he wasn't able to execute in his race run, which would have been amazing, it wasn't a fluke.
I just love seeing guys that have been building up, not known to the general public. All of a sudden they're in the limelight. It's really cool to see. And all the fans rushed onto the course since he was the last down. Like, they all rushed on. The organization came in with like barriers because they prepare for that sort of thing after like world champs. And it was just like, the stoke around there was pretty cool to see. Now, looking towards the next race, we have Léger, the legendary Haute-Savoie, Porte du Soleil area. The scene there is crazy, as proven by these crazy world champs races and 3 podium deep French riders. Like, the scene is crazy.
Yeah, Montchéry has not let us down over the years, going all the way back to the PD and Burrell days when they were battling. Dude, so sick. But a place Loic is stoked to bring some momentum in from last week, coming back to actual France. We've seen some amazing rides out of him there. You know, he's looking to just take another punch at that overall title. We got plenty of races left.
It's close. It's still close.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. It's going to be good. I'll be tuning in for sure.
Yeah. We were actually there during that world champs when it was a 3 deep French podium. I was actually worried, like, for our safety when everyone started like storming the podium. There's just like craziness happening.
Dude, the award ceremony in the village there, right in Léger, was one of the most intense things I'd ever seen. Like, people on the roofs of the buildings surrounding the stage, and a French podium sweep. Like, the energy it's got to still be reverberating through the mountain there. It's going to be a sick race.
Yeah. I'm looking for another repeat of that sort of vibe. I mean, I think that year there was like 50,000+ people there. Yeah, think of a full baseball stadium. Like, that's what we're talking about. Those people were lining the hill. It was just a sea of people.
Yeah, dude. It was exciting. I was up in the mix. Yeah. Got a couple of free beverages along the way. Yeah, it was a good time up there. Some people getting loose.
Always.